Hey y'all, what's up? It's been a minute. It's been like a couple of weeks because Brand doesn't act right, so it's been a couple of weeks.
I want to sleep with this hat on.
I just want to know where Brand going. And okay, so as soon as y'all come in, I know y'all is just popping up there. We're live, so as soon as y'all come in, like share, let everybody know that we're on tonight. So okay, so we're gonna do this really fast because I know Brand is tired, and we're just about to get to it. So tonight we're gonna talk about prayer in relationships.
Give me just a second.
And I feel like you gonna mess up the camera.
I might. If it gets messed up.
Okay, so let's get to the business because I just want to know where Brand finna go with this hat on. Where you going? That's gonna be your do-rag tonight.
This my sleep hat.
All right, so we finna get to the business. So we just want to discuss prayer tonight, in marriage, in relationships. I know everybody. First off, before we get started, I just want to say we're not relationship experts. We just talk about what we do, and we want people to, if something we have done wrong in our relationship, we'll tell y'all like what we have done wrong so y'all can get it right. We'll tell y'all what's right early so y'all won't make the same mistakes that we have made. But it's some things that we have done that I feel that are beneficial in our relationship and have caused us to have a healthy marriage. Our dating, the way we dated, I don't know, I always mess up my talk. Okay, so the way we went about dating one another, it was beneficial towards our marriage, because once you start dating someone, you build on that. Like if somebody's cheating on you while you dating them and doing unnecessary stuff, y'all gonna build on that. And if it's building negative, then you're gonna build negative. Now if you're doing positive things while you're dating, then you're gonna build on those positive things. So one thing we wanted to talk about tonight was prayer, because when we were dating, we actually prayed together over the phone. We had a long distance relationship, and we did pray on the phone, which was uncommon for me in a relationship. I never prayed on the phone with nobody. I never dated someone who was serious about God before. So for us to decide to pray on the phone, I knew it had to be a God thing, because like praying on the phone with a boyfriend, like that was just, unrealistic for me at the time. But we began praying on the phone while we were dating. Going into our marriage, we carried on that habit of praying together. And I tell my husband, like, I love praying together because it's like, that means unity. Like, we have unity in our home, and it's good to come together with your significant other on things that you need to pray about. Now, if I don't know if I want to go here yet, but do you want to say something about praying together before
definitely.
I say something about,
There's a misconception when it comes down to prayer and relationships. A lot of people think that it isn't worth it. A lot of people are ashamed to do it for some reason. You do everything with your significant other and your spouse other than pray. Pretty much they know your secrets. They know who you are behind closed doors. So it shouldn't be any shame factor that takes place that'll, block a wall from y'all praying. A lot of people not interested in this type of subject. A lot of people not into things like that. But we get so many people who commend us on our marriage, commend us on the happiness in our marriage. We don't take any credit. Of course, we love each other. I'm not trying to preach, but the Bible specifically says, how can two walk together except they agree? It's also power in agreement, power in prayer.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes down to praying in relationships, you don't have to tarry. You ain't gotta scream when you're praying.
It don't have to be a long, drawn-out prayer.
Do all that stuff. You don't have to do a long, drawn-out prayer. You ain't gotta speak in tongues. You ain't gotta do all that. You ain't gotta do some hard down Holy Ghost fall out prayers. You don't have to do that. Now, if you're led, do so. But it's something about just touching and agreeing.
Come together.
Whether it's just, Lord, we thank you for each other. Lord, I thank you for my wife. Lord, I thank you for my husband. Lord, cover us as we sleep. Watch us as we sleep. Just simple things like that. But it's not so much of the words that you're praying. It's more of
the action. Like you're doing it
it's
together.
More coming together and doing it. And like it's so important. And it's one thing that has really kept us. And like she said, we've done this before we got married. Before we said I do, we were praying together. Now this don't make us better than anybody. We still make mistakes.
Yeah.
Not perfect people.
No.
But that prayer time together, and even individually,
Yeah.
that really is an advantage.
I agree.
It's really an advantage. It's something about having a house that's dedicated to prayer. Coming to that house. That's why we have so much peace, I believe.
Yeah.
That's why we have, that's why we have a lot of joy also. It's just something about coming together, touching and agreeing and praying. Now, I'll let you go ahead.
Okay, so what I was finna say is kind of like what he was saying. Like, we come together before we about to go to sleep. Sometimes we just in bed, and I pray, but he say I pray too long, so sometimes I tell him to pray if he want to just go ahead and go to sleep. Yeah, I be trying to pray for everybody that come to mind. So most of the time I tell him to lead in prayer, or I lead in prayer, but I try to keep it short and simple. I mean, but you don't have to have a long drawn out prayer. Like, it's baby steps. You can start off small. Like, if your husband if y'all not praying together right now, babe, what would you say? What would you say if, like, they're not praying together at all and the wife wants to pray, but how would you take it to the husband?
Like, hesitant on it?
Yeah, like, how would you take it? Like, would you just be like, babe, let's just pray together tonight and I'll lead?
Yeah, definitely. Also, if you have a spouse or somebody that's in a relationship, that you're in a relationship with, and they're not interested in praying with you, or for some odd reason, I would definitely suggest that while you're in bed together, or while that person's sleeping or something like that, begin to pray over them.
Yeah.
Begin to pray over them. There's no problem with baby steps. Begin to pray over them. Talk to God on their behalf. Mm-hmm. Eventually, personally, I do believe that eventually they will become into the groove. Now, I can't speak for everybody.
Yeah.
Can't speak for everybody.
Okay, so what if you think? Okay, so if you sleep in the same room or whatever, like, what if the wife just pray out loud every night before they go to bed, and then, like, the husband will be like, okay, she praying before we going to sleep. She doing something different, and he be like, okay, like, he hearing you pray, but he might just want to join in as you keep being consistent with praying at night, and he hears you praying at night. Then he may want to join in.
And I believe he'll definitely want to join in because he'll see the power of it.
Yeah,
he'll see the effectiveness of it, and anytime something's effective, you want to feed on it. You don't want to neglect it.
I agree. But, we just wanted to talk about, keeping prayer in the household and pray for your spouse. But it's good to come together and pray with them, just keeping unity. The opposite of division is unity, so we definitely don't want division to come in.
Not at all.
And we don't want an open door for the enemy to come in, so we definitely need to keep prayer in your house. Like they say, a family that prays together stays together, and I truly believe that.
No doubt.
But that's all I have to say as far as prayer on tonight. I think that's good. If you're dating someone, I feel like that's a good idea to text them a prayer, because they see where your head is. They see where you stand. They see where you stand. So I absolutely agree with that. Even if you can't pray on the phone with them, then sending a text, a prayer text, that's awesome.
Oh, that's definitely gonna pay off in the long run, because you either want to see if that person is down for it or against it.
If you're just tuning in, y'all, Brandon is not going nowhere. I have no idea why he has that hat on.
See what this hat on.
Oh, and before we get off, please share and replay, start over. It's not that long. But before we get off, y'all, I just want to let y'all know that Carter is in his room sleeping in bed. Hallelujah.
Praise Jesus.
I would do a dance right now, but I don't want the camera to fall. But okay, so that's all I have to say pertaining to prayer. We're gonna start trying to come on every Monday night around 9:30 and 10, depending on this man right here. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope everyone has a blessed night. Start praying with your spouses, if you're in a serious relationship, dating someone, it's nothing wrong with sending a little quick text, a quick little prayer through a text message, so they'll know where you stand and know how serious you are about them and how serious you are about God, most importantly. All right, so date with purpose and love each other. with all your heart. All right. Good night. Bye bye.
Peace.